6 ways to becoming more charismatic. Turn up the charm. 1. Be more energetic, happy, confident, yourself, and so on. Be whatever you want to be just for the sake of being it. That or just chose to be what you want, whether that's being energetic, happy, confident, yourself, or whatever else. Children do this all the time. They pick an emotion, a way to feel, and run with it for all it's worth. Remember that whatever you feel will transfer to the other person, so if you want them to be happy, you have to be happy first. Now, if you want to be viewed as more charismatic, then simply ask yourself what makes others more charismatic and give the people around you the same feeling a charismatic person gives you. Looking at children in this regard once more, and we see how charismatic we think some of them are. Some children just take our attention and admiration by storm. If it weren't for the clear gap in maturity, we would definitely consider them masters of charisma. If you can act more like a child in terms of your commitment to your emotions, you will grab others and make them feel better too. Have bigger expressions, movements, and be a bit more extreme than you usually are. Allow yourself to go a bit overboard, just like children do, to create more energy in the conversation which you can direct any which way you want. 2. Be more invested. When you are with a person, really be there. You chose to be there, you chose to talk to them, and you chose what to talk about. Or rather, you didn't choose to be anywhere else or talk about anything else. Keep in mind, as you talk to anyone about anything, that you chose this. This leaves you with 2 options. You give this conversation your all. After all, you chose this, and you are here right now, so you might as well be in this moment with all you've got. You change something. If you really do not like it, then why would you willingly subjugate yourself to this any longer? Change the location, conversation partner, or topic to make you feel better. But simply put, you want to fully invest in whatever you choose to do. If you are talking to someone, be there and do not think about anything else. 3. Last man standing. Every interaction between people is a fight for survival for the standpoint each person has. When you interact with someone, you both adopt more of the other person's behavior, mentality, and emotional state, eventually finding a compromise. We see this in couples who've been together for decades and have become uncannily alike, but it also affects us given much less time. If your state of mind is weaker than the person opposite from you, they will take you to their playing field, and vice versa. We find people charismatic that elevate us and make us feel better at the end. They do not shy away from others' states and will not give up on theirs either. Instead, they will offer up a different state of mind to the person across from them and try to get them there without pushing them too hard. The point to this is, charismatic people are not roped into the states of others, for they know their own state and chose it purposefully. If you want to do the same, all you need to do is set reminders and more intentions. 4. Shut up. If you really want to be charismatic, let the other person talk and listen. The distribution should be about 15% talking and 85% listening, roughly speaking. Now, for most of you, this means you have to get better at asking open-ended questions, or you will end up in a lot of awkward pauses. This is where number 2 comes in, and also where you want to grow more curious about the person across from you. Hold on to whatever part of their conversation you can, become interested in something they are talking about, even if it is only vaguely relevant to their topic. This will get you more invested and will create a desire to listen to them. For example, let's say someone is talking about gardening, something you have no interest in whatsoever. What you might ask them is how they motivate themselves to garden this much, what makes it so interesting to them, or what kind of emotions it gives them if you are interested in their internal workings. You can ask about the tools they use for gardening and what works best if you are interested in the mechanics of it, or if you are interested in the motivation behind it, then ask them about that. Maybe they have some goals or use some strategies you have never heard of to keep gardening. Or maybe it is just the best way for them to relax, at which point you could ask them how it changed their life. But the point is, let them talk and listen. According to most people, it's the person that actively listens and does not talk much that is often viewed as most charismatic. 5. Keep a great posture and etiquette. Take up more space and sit or stand up straight. Point your feet towards them and face them at an angle, or walk/sit next to them to give them the sense you are on their side, pun intended. Keep your hands showing, facing your palms to them as often as you can, and do not cross your arms or legs, unless you are wearing a skirt or kilt. Lean back, act as if you own the room, and yet give them the floor. Keep a good amount of eye contact, about 7 seconds, then look away for a bit. Repeat their names more often and speak in a calm, collected, and powerful manner. Dress in a way that makes you feel empowered, and learn about appropriate physical contact, as it can be a big asset as well. And, lastly, but most importantly, smile a lot. 6. Care less. Stop caring so much about coming across as confident, smart, charismatic, etc. And just talk to the other person. Whenever we care about the impressions we make or what others think about us, we get just a little tenser. This tension builds up for countless different things, and, before you know it, you act differently around others. You react to your fears, give off a sense of stress, and make others feel uncomfortable as you start feeling uncomfortable yourself. It's the micro expressions that others notice in the forms of gut feelings or certain vibes someone gives you. If you want them to feel at ease, then you have to be at ease. Relax and stop caring about what they think of you. Every time you go into a conversation, go in with the intention to have fun and nothing else. Have a good time and don't care about anything else.